Imagine a moth in the dead of night. It does not fly into the freezing blue flame because it wants to burn. It flies into the fire because its navigation system has been entirely broken by the artificial light. It mistakes the very thing killing it for the warmth of the sun. It dies chasing a lie. Today, we are declassifying the darkest biological trap in the human nervous system, hysterical bonding. I will show you exactly why you crave the person who just destroyed you, why your body betrays your logic, and how to rewire your broken navigation system before it burns you to ash. They betrayed you. The mask slipped. They shattered your reality with a brutal discard or a devastating lie. Logic dictates you should run. Your friends tell you to block them immediately. Your rational mind knows they are toxic, yet your body does the exact opposite. You feel an intense, overwhelming, desperate urge to be physically and emotionally close to them. You want the person who caused the wound to be the one who bandages it. You crave their touch, their validation, their presence. You feel like you are losing your mind. You ask yourself why you are so weak. Listen to me carefully. You are not weak. You are experiencing a targeted chemical hijacking. To understand the trap, we must look at your biology. When a severe emotional trauma occurs, your brain panics. It registers a massive threat to your physical survival. In early human evolution, isolation meant certain death. To survive a crisis, our primitive brain dumps a chaotic cocktail of hormones into our bloodstream. Cortisol floods your system to trigger panic. Adrenaline spikes to force immediate action. But here is the fatal glitch. In a healthy dynamic, you flee the predator and seek comfort with your safe attachment figure. Your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, when you reach safety. But in a toxic relationship, the predator is your attachment figure. The wires get completely crossed. Your brain identifies the abuser as the source of the terror, but your hijacked nervous system still identifies them as the only source of safety. You are terrified of them, but your biology screams that you must cling to them to survive the fear. The architect of your pain suddenly becomes the only acceptable painkiller. It is a terrifying closed-loop system designed to keep you trapped in the fire. Consider Sarah. She found undeniable, devastating proof of her partner's double life. The deception was absolute. The logical response was immediate separation. Instead, the days following the discovery were the most intensely intimate of their entire relationship. She clung to him. They cried together on the floor. They acted like two desperate survivors clinging to a single life raft in a hurricane. Sarah thought this extreme closeness meant true love was conquering the betrayal. She thought the vulnerability was real. It wasn't love. It was a trauma bond firing on all cylinders. He wasn't the life raft. He was the hurricane. He was absorbing her desperate oxytocin response to validate his own ego. And the moment her nervous system finally regulated 2 weeks later, the illusion shattered, leaving her twice as devastated and deeply ashamed. How do you break a biological spell? You must treat it exactly like a severe physical withdrawal. Step 1. Identify the misfire. When the panic sets in at 2 a.m. and you desperately want to reach out, say it out loud. This is biology, not love. This is a chemical misfire. Labeling the feeling forces your prefrontal cortex back online. It strips away the romantic power of the urge. Step 2. Isolate the source. You cannot heal a third-degree burn while keeping your hand pressed against the stove. Absolute physical and digital distance is non-negotiable. No closure conversations, no checking their social media to see if they look sad. Every single interaction resets the chemical clock and floods your system with cortisol all over again. Step 3. Redirect the oxytocin. Your brain is starved for safe attachment. You must ruthlessly force it to seek comfort elsewhere. Rely on a trusted friend, a professional therapist, or lean into intense physical exercise to burn off the excess stress hormones. You must force your nervous system to regulate without the abuser's presence. Do not judge yourself for craving the monster. Your brain was doing exactly what millions of years of evolution taught it to do in a crisis. But you are not just a primitive nervous system. You have consciousness. You have the power to override the glitch. The intense longing you feel right now is not a sign that they are your soulmate. It is simply the venom leaving your system. Let it hurt. Let it burn, but do not go back to the source of the poison. You survive the withdrawal. You rebuild your reality. You finally feel safe. And right when you stop looking over your shoulder, they sense it. They return, not with rage, but with a perfectly calculated, subtle infiltration designed to slip past your new defenses. It is called the Hoover, and here's exactly how to spot the invisible tripwire.